Good morning, my people. You're welcome to today's political discussion. Now, there's a new political alignment between northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. I repeat, there is a new political alignment between northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. If Nigeria does not get it right, 2027, there is going to be a big problem. If Tinubu and co, the coalition ADC, if they don't get it right, there will be a big problem 2027. Just look at the by-elections. It tells us the kind of political system that we are practicing. The APC sent a message to the coalition. Now, PDP and NNPP, they surprised everybody. PDP, NNPP, they surprised everybody in Kano State and also in Oyo State. The ADC, the SDP, the Labour Party, they were nowhere to be found. Now, that is a message to the coalition. If they are ready for anything 2027, they have to buckle themselves. I tell you, and I'm talking generally, if the political class, Nigeria, does not get it right 2027, there is going to be a very big problem. If Tinubu does not, in his own way, try to restructure Nigeria, there is going to be a big problem because the West, the colonialists, the imperialists, they are watching and they are re-strategizing. I repeat, they are re-strategizing. The things we know that they were doing before, they are going to change their tactics on how they will put Nigeria in bondage. See, if you tell me Tinubu is winning the elections 2027, Tinubu has been able to change the trajectory. Tinubu has been able to put northern Nigeria in their pocket, in his pocket. Tinubu has been able to put northern Nigeria in his pocket. How do I mean? Now, Nigerians were expecting that the coalition will pull off something. P2B supported somebody from Anambra North, ADC. Erufai was in Kaduna State. Even Adamawa State, we had Atiku. They were all beaten. No ADC person won. As if one of them tried winning, they will have sent a message to the ruling party because NNPP cannot muzzle the APC. PDP cannot muzzle the APC. I tell you. Okay, this is Onitsha North. House of Assembly, Onitsha North. The person that P2B supported. ADC got 1,909 votes. APC got 1,371 votes. ABGA, Soludo, got 7,774 votes. YPP also got 655 votes. That is the coalition for you. When you look at the Ogun State, APC got Ogun State. But Oyo State, PDP got Oyo State, and many other places. Kano was run by NNPP, and we had Edo State APC, most parts. The incumbent really had to show that normally in Nigerian politics, it is the person that is governor that is influential when it comes to election. My brother, that is what played. In Kaduna State, the ruling party win. In Kano State, the ruling party win. In Oyo State, the ruling party win. In Anambra State, the ruling party win. It is normal. Everybody, ruling party won. But we're expecting the ADC at least to show some sign of like they should have not even used anybody in the election so that they will save face. But for them to have contestants and feel like this, it says a lot about them coming together to unite and let everybody get on track so that we can get serious with restructuring Nigeria. Tinubu is one president that has that opportunity, has that luck, has that favor, or I don't know what to call it. There's no southern president that has the opportunity that Tinubu has at the moment. Tinubu has been able to muzzle northern Nigeria, put them in his pocket. Northern Nigeria always, if they are there, there's nothing new. They always want to maintain the status quo of corruption or whatever. Nigeria is moving forward and backward, nothing, there's no change. They don't restructure anything. They just want to be there and returning year by year. But a southern president would have done a better thing, but mostly because of northern pressure. The reasons why our southern presidents have not been able to be like functional because of northern cabal. So this man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't support him. I will never support him. This man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu came and destroyed this cabal, and he created his own cabal. Now, somebody said federal character. If we are not following federal character, there's no need for appointing somebody in charge of the Federal Character Commission. There's no need of spending money. Let us do what we like. Because I know that Northern Nigeria, they are always complaining that Tinubu has appointed this, Tinubu has appointed that, Tinubu is appointing his brothers. However, we have known that the northern cabals in Nigeria, they are getting old and weak. Most of them are no more influential. You see, the message APC sent to the coalition is that the most popular people in Northern Nigeria lost elections last Saturday. The most popular people, Atiku, El-Rufai, P2B, they lost Saturday. The less popular, someone like Seyi Makinde in Oyo State, someone like Kwankwaso in NNPP, the less popular did not win elections. Because number one, if we are having people, okay, let's have it. Imagine we are having the presidential elections and somebody like Seyi Makinde comes out for presidency and Kwankwaso comes out for presidency. I don't think they will be able to pull the votes that an Atiku Obi will pull in an election. They are still popular. But this is a message being sent to the ADC. The ADC needs to come together. They know what they are doing. They know what they need to do. They know what, these guys know what they need to do. But if you want to get, see, let us restructure this country, my brother. Things are happening. When I look at other countries in the world, when I look at young people doing great things in other parts of the world, and I look at Nigeria, and I see what young people are just, what we get ourselves involved in. I went to a school, and I was expecting a kind of, there are some programs you do in school, or some activities you get involved in school. Our schools today, the only activity they get involved in is party. When it comes to party, you see, they are almost getting first class. But in a school that studies engineering, for them to do an engineering press, whether press release or press conference or seminar or whatever, or an expedition, or something about discovery or innovation, technology, they are lacking. Intelligence. People, they are not using their intelligence. That's why you see, when you watch Big Brother Naija, the things they do there, they just do all these things, play things. There's nothing tangible they do. Everyday lifestyle, people that are just glued to watching people, trying to look for when people will have some sexual activity in the house and everything, and that's what occupies their minds. Go to China, go to the US, look at what young people are doing. Look at what young people are doing. Even go to Northern Nigeria. Northern Nigeria, young guys there, they are getting more serious with education more than Southern Nigeria. So we need to restructure this country, because the way this country is structured, you will be discouraged from pushing an ambition to better your society, your country. For instance, now, if you are into the laboratory, if you are into the medicines, and you discover a drug that will cure cancer or HIV, there are some big companies that will sabotage your efforts. There are some big companies that want to buy you out and destroy your invention. The same way I'm saying, if Nigeria, if Nigeria as a country created by the colonialists says that we want to develop as a country, the West, the creators, would not want that development. They want to destroy. That's why they plan that you have issues with yourself, ethnic differences, remembering the Civil War. You know, the Civil War, I want to believe that it was planned to destabilize Nigeria. The Civil War was planned to destabilize Nigeria. Now we have religion. This morning I'm going to church. We are going to church for spiritual exercise. Also, we should know that the church has a responsibility to play when it comes to the physical well-being of their people. It also transfers to the society. The Bible says faith without work. So I'm going to express an activity of faith. Yes. But after my faith activity, I need to put some work in other. So what is the church doing? You're just there. Somebody said, richest pastors in the world, we have Nigerian pastors. But richest churches in the world, Nigeria is not top 10. Top 10 richest pastors in the world, we have Nigerians. The richest churches that are impacting their society, we are not top 10. It tells you a lot about the witchcraft that is going on. Like I said, we need to restructure because the battles we are facing is much more than us. I'm not really even interested in this APC coalition. I'm interested in restructuring. Because if you don't come together as a people, that's why I say Southern Nigeria needs to unite. We need to unite so that we can come together and put some critical infrastructures in place. Put our education in check. It is very important. Change our curriculum. When you ask for chemistry teachers in the Southeast, you find out that it is in short supply. In Nigeria today, all these are our teaching professions. Most of them cannot be able, they are not qualified to teach in today's 2025. The kind of graduates, teaching graduates we are bringing out, they are not qualified to teach in today's 2025. We have glorified first-class graduates in universities that are teaching in our schools today. But the teaching, we are not putting things straight. People are going beyond the kind of, like Ibrahim Traore said, he said that Burkina Faso is in the 1800s. They need to do what they need to do to catch up in 2025. But you see, we have a black man. A black man has money. He forgets himself. It's all about eating, enjoying himself, going to sleep. There's nothing. He does not add value. He's not asking that thing I'm eating, somebody paid the price of trying to figure out. If I fall sick now, that drug, that medicine, somebody had to do some inventions to do a lot of things. But we are just consumers, parasites. We don't add value, real value. So I don't even, sometimes when I look at these politicians, they will be bragging on social media. I'll be looking at them, say, all these ones will be say, when you come to the look of things, they are not even relevant. They are just baggages. I'm telling you, when it real matters. Okay, for instance, there's a nuclear war in the world today. What matters in Nigeria? All these your politicians wearing agbada, jumping up and down, left, right, center. What mouth would they have? What would they? They will be begging. Now, beggar. We are beggars here, and we are loud beggars. We are proud beggars. Nothing. Show me one Nigerian invention. I've been asking this question. It is not an invention in Nigerian who is living in the UK or US or Asia or Australia. No. A patented Nigerian invention. Show me one. But you have your leaders that when they do road, they brag. Our construction companies cannot, in Nigeria, better than Nigeria, they cannot go abroad and say we are bidding for a contract. I've not seen any. Maybe there is. But we have an ecosystem that cannot, the people that wants to change the world, they cannot cohabit in our ecosystem. The environment we have created in Nigeria is not conducive for development. That is why we need to restructure this country. You see people that have MSc first class, they are driving Okada. No job. Somebody will finish his NYSC. Those days now, when you finish NYSC, you go and greet your father and mother and everything, blah, blah, blah. But nowadays, your parents will not be happy if you don't have a job. They will send you money, you go for NYSC, you go and come back. They will be looking at this one, where this guy come back now. I hope say he's not coming to depend on me. They'll be thinking it's another expenses. So you as a person getting admission, going to school, even the school system is bastardized. Going to school, you get your degree and everything. School does not teach you how to survive. They teach you how to become a servant. You come and look for jobs. The jobs, they are not there. Ordinary Burger King job in Abuja, you see the almost thousands of people that are there to look for jobs. Look at Pella, this TikTok guy. This Pella, he was looking for a cameraman. First class people came for camera, 500,000. Someone that actually maybe did not go to that level of education or school. He rubbished your Nigerian educational system on a live. He rubbished them. See first class, up and down. And we have leaders that they wear agbada and be claiming, I am Jagaban, I am this, I am that, I am that. My brother, when can we sit down and think beyond all these our bigotry, all these our party affiliation, this ADC, APC? Where can we sit down and think? I understand that there is so much ahead of us. There's so much to contend with. We cannot be in this situation now that Tinubu has this opportunity. See, I'm not in for whether he's a tyrant or he's this and that. We are just trying to advise these old men, because these old men, it is not their future they are planning for. They are planning for my future. So we know how to handle them. We know how to follow them, because number one, they are wicked. Number two, they are corrupt. Number three, that's their lifestyle. So we are advising and threatening that this young man should restructure this country so that it will be better for everyone. I cannot come to this world and I go back the same way. It's not possible. It's an aberration, a sin for me to come to this world. I told some people in church, I told them that, my brother, God created you in his image and likeness. He told Adam, replenish, till the ground, take care of the earth. Then born me for Nigeria. I never travel go Asia, Antarctica. I never travel go all these countries. Go see the creations of God. Go see what God don't do. I'm not going to experience life, and I'm limited in my state, in Abia State. I'm just there. I'm so spiritual. I'm so religious. I've not seen the length and breadth of God and His creation. I've not equipped myself so much that I'll be of value to this earth, not in my not say I carry first for you. I carry first. What value are you adding to the world? Is it just to be brilliant or smart? What value are you adding to the world? Now, there's many sicknesses people are going through today. If some people did not discover the medication to cure those ailments, where would they be? People who have been dying countlessly. But some people decided to be useful to their... Now, these politicians, what is taking them from doing what is needed? Why are they not going to be transparent, accountable, and responsible? So we are saying, if these people, political class, do not get it 2027, it is going to be a big problem, because the West, they have other plans. The West have other plans. It's unfortunate that we have greedy politicians. Politicians that can sell their people. No. It's unfortunate. Especially in the Southeast. People were collecting 10,000 naira to sell their votes. A politician, a professor, will come on TV and tell you that I want to make Anambra Taiwan. We have started another regime, a regime that will see to the development of Anambra State. They will speak big grammar left, right, center. Not only to go and start using money to bribe voters during election. These are the people who call our leaders. The church needs to rise up. It's not going to church every day and start praying. After you pray, the church needs to actively get involved in politics and not play the politics that these politicians are playing. Because most of these politicians, if they steal money finish, now church go still accommodate them. So many churches has fallen off the faith. So many churches are practicing witchcraft. That is what churches are practicing today. You can see CAC and Dr. Fatoyinbo. You can see the response between the two. A blind person himself will know that a particular denomination, Christian denomination, is telling you the truth, while another denomination is full of itself. He just doesn't realize where it is. He feels like he's on top of the world, but he doesn't realize that he's just standing on a faulty foundation. So the point here is that beyond all the noise, beyond Tinubu having to muzzle Northern Nigeria, because like I said, Northern Nigeria is a useful tool in the hands of the colonial masters. They are using Northern Nigeria to cause havoc. Northern Nigeria, they are willing to scatter Nigeria today. So far, you carry the power, give them. This Northern Nigeria, these politicians. And for Tinubu to be able to take that bold step in dismantling them left, right, center, making them confused. Should be now the top guys in Northern Nigeria, now in them disgrace during the last election. And the top guys, What would their followers say now? Now APC now, they will not pepper them. Pepper them. Normally, if you lose election, you lose election. The only thing for is to re-strategize, my brother. Re-strategize. Where is the Obi and Obedient? Where are they in the scheme of things? It's not that we move on. If you, well, like I said, I'm not interested in who becomes president at the moment. I'm interested in who restructures Nigeria. So if Obi does not become president, if Tinubu does not become president, me, I'm afraid that if Fulani becomes president, I'm afraid though. That one I'm much more concerned about Fulani holding that presidency. So if all these people do not become president, there's no qualms, there's no problem. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is that if Nigeria does not take decisive steps before 2031 to restructure the whole thing, my brother, we are going to be enveloped in a bigger mess. Tinubu is borrowing. We are saying it is getting well, it's getting fine, blah, blah, everything. Everything is getting well and fine. We are not producing an economy. The GDP is low. The people you are taxing, their purchasing power is low. Now the wealth is being shifted to the upper class. And we are there looking like Mugu. We are looking at everybody. You are taxing everybody. I told you that 1st of January 2026, everybody will collect Wototo. Things will go higher than before. And I hope this does not have to affect the 2027 presidential election. Like I said before, there's some things that an incoming government would not be able to change. There are some things that an incoming government would not be able to change under this Tinubu's administration. Buhari, I don't know what is wrong with this country. When I remember Buhari, I want to remember what he did. I want to remember what he did that really impacted the economy. Although Tinubu is worse because we are in another state. But what did he really do? Let's start with the turnaround maintenance. Let's start with the rice pyramid. Let's start with the Nigerian air. Let's just start from there. And let's see what these guys have been doing over these years. A Northerner should not be president at the point in time. A Southerner that knows what he's doing and is willing to restructure Nigeria should be there. Northerners should understand where we are going. If the system of governance in Northern Nigeria is oligarchy, oligarchy will not take you anywhere, especially with the way these colonial masters are moving. It will not take us anywhere. Let's move towards restructuring. May God help Nigerians.